Hi, this is John, West Coast Connects. We reached out last week, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you guys can do to potentially improve upon your website a little bit and get more traffic online. So, with that, let me get started. So, your website looks pretty good. You got a lot of information here about what you guys do and with all that, it looks good. You got a form submit here at the bottom. You have your rating, your star rating. I'm not sure if this is on Yelp or Google or what have you, but all that looks good. The one thing I would say though is that there's not a ton of content here, and specifically buyer intent keywords. And what I'm looking for there, when I look at your site, you here's some info from your site. You are ranking on 31 keywords. Smart home remodeling, which I would think is a more of a national keyword. It might be your business name. If so, you're doing great. Smart home remodeling Texas, you're doing great. So you're number one in both those spots. Um, Smart house remodeling, you're at the bottom of the first page. This Texas remodeling group, you're at the bottom of the first page and the second page. But like home remodeling Houston, Texas, right? That would be a buyer intent keyword because somebody who is searching for somebody to do their home remodel, that might be something they're looking for. You know, I I I was tend to look at roofing first, and you can do this for anything that you're doing, but for this I just wanted to focus on roofing. So, roofing company, I did roofing companies in Houston, 14,000 searches a month for roofing of some sort in Houston. I looked at some of the like Katie's up and coming. I know there's a lot of construction going on in Katie right now. So roof repair, Katie roofing. There's quite a bit of searches there, as you can see, 2,000 a month. You know, what city is this? Pearland. Okay, so almost 1,000 searches a month. League City, almost 500. So there's a lot of volume to be had in roofing. And again, you can do this in anything. But say I wanted to rank for roofing companies Houston, right? I would have that potentially as a heading on my site. So one of these headings would have that keyword within it, within your content somewhere. Maybe save an image as that particular keyword. And what happens is when Google crawls your site, they see that you have that keyword verbatim within your content. And having it in those headings is important because Google kind of looks at your site like they would an outline, right? The headings are what's important, and everything underneath kind of, backs up those headings, kind of, validates the headings. And so it's important to have those keywords that you're looking to really rank for within the headings. You guys have a ton of services, so you can do this for anything. And potentially, I would have location pages as well. So, if you're doing work in Houston, have Houston, page where you can have some additional keywords there. Katy, Pearland, Spring, Woodlands, wherever you're working, definitely have those location pages that'll help you rank for those location specific keywords as well. So that would be my first tip, just adding content. And then the more content you have, the more likely you are to be ranked. Google has an algorithm to determine what websites get ranked higher than others, and content is in the mix there. And that's quality and quantity. It's one of the reasons why Wikipedia and Yelp does so well is because they just have a ton of content. So looking at my second tip would be to continue to grow and build this Google business profile. And you have a lot of information filled out, which is great. You have 34 reviews, which is fantastic. Here's a few ways you could build this up. So, one, keep adding reviews, and there's quite a few ways in which you could do this. But reviews validate the fact that you are a business and that you're doing work and doing a great job, which Google likes. All this information here is fantastic. You do want to make sure that it's consistent throughout the web. So, say your Yelp page says that you're open 8 to 4, and your website says that you're open 9 to 6. If that were the case, then people who are searching for you and your hours are getting three different time frames. And Google doesn't like that. They want consistency. They want to make sure that somebody searching on Yelp and someone searching on your business profile and someone searching on your website all get the same information. So really important that all this stuff is the same. And like the health and safety, like if you say you're wearing a mask, Google wants to make sure that you're wearing a mask, and sometimes they'll call and check and see, with people that you've done work with, if you are in fact showing up with a mask, if that's something that you put on your site. So make sure all this stuff is accurate, and definitely that it's the same throughout the web. And then photos. You want photos that are saved as specific keywords. So again, if we're trying to rank for roofing companies Houston, I would save a photo as that, and I would geotag it as a specific location here. So um, maybe I'll geotag it as this Fred AC supply. What Google will believe is that we did work at that Fred AC supply, and they'll start ranking you accordingly. So really important to have those things. Obviously, there's a lot more to it, but those are three things that you can do pretty easily. And because everybody searches differently, right? Some people click on the first thing they see, which is a great reason to run ads. Some people go directly to this map pack in these top three, and they can pull up to 40% of the traffic. And I have seen them on occasion outdo the organics. And then the organics ranking. So if you're running an ad and you're ranking number one in the Google Business Profile and you're ranking number one organically, you're going to pull as much traffic as you can from that particular keyword. Last but not least, just build up the strength of your site. So, you have seen a little bit of a dip here over the last few months. You have 13 websites that are sending 32 links back to your site. And not a lot. Only 4 of them are do follow. And looking at your competition to see kind of what they're doing, this is Bronze Roofing. They're ranking pretty high for that particular keyword. And the roofing company's Houston keyword, which we were looking at, and they're here in the 30s. And you really want a 1-to-1 ratio here, but they're still pretty strong. As you can see here, 167 websites that are sending 500 links back to their site, so a lot more than your 13. And they're ranking on almost 600 keywords, and they're getting a lot of traffic. So, and you had 4 do follow links. They have 132. And do follow links is just links that are sending power to the site. So, this is how you really build up the strength of your site, and everything kind of works hand in hand. So the more you build up the strength of your site, the more likely it'll help your Google Business Profile, and vice versa and all that stuff. So I hope this has been helpful. I hope it's been informative. If you need some more help, if you have more questions, need more more information, please feel free to reach out. My contact information is in the email. I also have a link to our Google Calendar. Myself or my partner Jackie would love to get in contact with you whenever it works for you. But with that, have a great day, and God bless. Bye.